Hello everyone and welcome to another Hobby Hussy video. Today I'm going to be making a sculpted fondant turtle. And this is how I do it. I start out with some white Saracino fondant. And that comes from Italy. And I add some green food coloring to it. It's the paste kind and I used a little toothpick, but I knead that all together until it gets nice and soft and pliable and stretchy. And then I take a piece of it and I roll it into a log. And I make the log nice and even. And then I cut that into 4 equal pieces. But this is going to be the tortoise's legs. And this is a tortoise, not a turtle. But this is his leg. And I'm going to kind of put my finger right in the middle there and squish it out into his foot. So we've got a foot that's connected to a leg. Now part of that leg is going to go up under his shell. So I'm trying to make a flat little part there. Four times because this tortoise has 4 legs. And then I take a fingernail tool that I got when I was sculpting dolls. But you can use a straw or a straw tool that will work really well as well. But I'm making the toenails in the toes. And this is the difference between tortoises and turtles. Now this is his head, and I take another log. I make the neck slightly skinny and just leave that one part out that's going to be the head. And first I make an indentation for the mouth. And it's just a line from the left to the right. I didn't go into a whole lot of detail. And you can do as much detail as you like. Make it very realistic if you like. And I'm taking this Dresden tool that I also did the mouth with, and I'm poking 2 little holes for his nostrils. And now I am doing the eyeballs. First, I get a ball tool that's about the same size as the little sugar pearls. And I'm doing these in black. But make an indentation with the ball tool, and then I take the sugar pills, I call them, the pearls, and stab them into the indentations. And if your fondant is not sticky at the moment, you can put some water under these. But this tortoise, he seems to have like really big eyelids, the picture that I was looking at for reference. So I'm taking a small log and dividing it into half. And I am going to make him some eyelids. So roll the little log and make it kind of pointed on both ends. And place it over the top part of the eyeball. So you're kind of covering the sugar pearl just a little bit. Now I'm taking my modeling tool and I'm blending the eyelid into the head a little bit. And I'm doing the other one here. But Saracino seems to blend into other parts of Saracino better than any other fondant that I have used. A step beyond this would be modeling chocolate. Now, I do these little figurines for cake toppers, but I also do these little figurines kind of in practice for doing a larger cake. Because for some reason, my second time of doing something is a lot better than my first time. So here I am making some kind of wrinkles on the tortoise's neck, because tortoises have very wrinkly necks. And I'm defining the eyelid a little bit better here and making some more wrinkles on this guy's neck. Now I'm stabbing this into a piece of styrofoam so his neck will stay up and it can kind of dry in this position. Now here I am, I've started on the shell. Now this tortoise that I was looking at in the picture, his shell kind of went up a little bit over his head and over his legs. It wasn't like a whole semicircle. It had places for his legs and head. So I made those indentations, and now I'm kind of working on the top. And I'm trying to kind of pull up the shell into a better dome shape. And I just keep working on the shell until it gets about the shape that I want. And you can pinch those places between your fingers to make the, I don't even know what to call them, bridges over his arms and legs and head. And now I am taking the Dresden tool and kind of making the outlines of the bumps on his shell. And every tortoise's shell is different, so anything will work here. And the tortoise shell is very three-dimensional. Those designs on his back, they're very raised up. They're not like a little pet store turtle. I'm getting the shell just how I like it. And now I am putting the feet and legs onto the shell. And I made a big mistake here. I should not have done it this way. I should have put the feet down on the styrofoam and then put the shell on top of it, because this way I managed to squish the shell down. So live and learn. I won't do it this way on the cake because the shell part will be the cake part. And I'm putting his tail on. And I am redefining all the stuff that I squished out and trying to build the shell back up to be a taller shell. And I'm shoving his feet up under his shell a little bit further and redefining his toenails and redefining his shapes on his shell. And I decided to go ahead and put another lump on top to make him a little taller and to make it more three-dimensional. I'm redefining again. And now I am painting, and this is a powder paint, and it's edible dust. And I am just kind of putting it on anywhere I think it needs to be darker. So like up under the shell, anywhere it kind of touches a leg or a tail or head. And then right above his eyelids and below his eyelids. And now I have mixed some of the powder with some Everclear alcohol, and I am kind of putting a clear coat almost anywhere that I think I need to. And when you do it this way, the paint kind of runs into the crevices and it creates a natural shadow for you and a natural highlight. If you'll notice, I have done the entire tortoise in a light green and I'm painting the dark green. So all the paint, I'm hoping, will run into the crevices, and then the natural light green will just kind of show up. And I'm wiping anything off that I really want to highlight. And you can't see this, but I ran some dark green into his mouth line to kind of define that. And I'm doing some more wash coat on him. And it just adds a little bit of green where you kind of need to. And on that one foot, I had to kind of take off some paint. So I dipped my brush into straight Everclear alcohol and then brush it. And I think I'm adding some paint here into the crevices that I think need to be defined a little bit better. But this is the last step. Just paint him however you think he needs painted. And every tortoise is different. But this was a lot of fun to do, and I can't wait to do the actual cake, and I will put that on here as well. But this is what the final product looks like. And thank you so much for watching another Hobby Hussy video. Please like and subscribe for future videos. Bye-bye.